Hello and welcome to Quell. Now what we specialise here is on the subject of workplace violence. And I'm sure one or two of you that follow our channel have probably seen the title, Secondary Incident, and thought, what are they talking about? Well, you see, workplace violence has evolved a lot, especially over the past few years. And what I mean is we're having more incidents in retail, hospitality, transport, the housing and care sector. And what's happening is we're seeing patterns starting to arise again. You see, we spend a lot of time on prevention, which is very important. That means the staff have clear procedures, and I know a lot of people don't like procedures. They get the right equipment, like we carry Stay Safe and equipment like that. They have the right support from CCTV. I work a lot with anti-aggression systems now. So there's a plethora of things there. We also spend quite a bit of time on training and discussions because we can never really replicate what happens in real life. We do scenarios, but they can never always hit the mark. Even though I know training companies spend a lot of time designing and implementing them, when you haven't got the smells and you haven't got the environment, and it can be quite difficult. However, it can be done. The thing is also then we look at support. But what we've seen even recently is an increase in what we call secondary incidents. And that's simply this. We have a serious incident in whatever sector we're in. The individual or individuals leave, and then they come back, and then we have a more serious incidents because the staff aren't ready, or it's a different staff, or the information hasn't been passed on. Let me give you two examples. I've had one recently in hospitality, a hotel group, and they came to me and they said, "Will, we had this guest did some damage to the room, and they followed the procedures, which was correct, and they vacated that guest, and the police were involved." The funny thing is, they never correctly, non-intentional, passed the information on to their colleagues, and that individual came back the following day, and it got more serious. The other one is in the retail sector. We've had it recently again where an individual comes in, they assault a staff member, the staff carry out an action back, easily said, they assaulted the individual, they got, let's just say, used more than reasonable force, and the individual ended up in a serious condition. And what happened was their friends then arrived a couple of days later when they found out what happened and wrecked the store. And that's something that I try to put across to all my clients, that we do concentrate on that primary, secondary and tertiary, but we also have to think about this. When an incident occurs, yes, we have to focus a lot on the support for the staff, but we also have to think to ourselves, is that individual going to come back? Are them individuals going to, let's say, retaliate, do some action against the organisation? Because if we don't make sure that we spread the information when we have a serious incident in the correct manner, I know some people shout GDPR, but if we don't spread that information correctly and make staff aware that there could be a backlash, or as I say, we call it a secondary incident, staff can actually have a more of a serious incident. So if you take anything from this, all I'm saying is, if you haven't, would it not be worth, whenever you write your procedures or you work with us, that it's implemented into it, that if you have a serious incident, to be prepared that that individuals may return, and you do A, B, C and D, depending on the environment of hospitality, retail, transport, housing, or whatever that might be. Thank you for watching. Please continue to watch our videos. You'll see there's a lot of focus at the moment on body cameras, and I can see as we're moving into Christmas now that there's going to be other things that are going to pop up in my world of workplace violence. Stay safe whatever you're doing, and bye for now.